Good morning, y'all. It's a beautiful morning here, and the sky is like pink. It's beautiful. So it's day 4, and you may be having carb flu today instead of yesterday. Day 4 is kind of tough for a lot of people because, it's Thursday. It's not the weekend. The whole working thing, if you work, is kind of a drag at this point. You're tired, and you just don't really want to think about food and all that kind of stuff. I get it. But a healthy person is not made on a week. A healthy person is made day by day. And you, my friend, are a healthy person. That was really sad. I can't even hold up my arm because they hurt from my workout. So stay the course. I am going to we're taking the bus out this evening, and we'll be camping, and then going to the football game. So I should have internet, but it might be a little spotty. So if I don't get right back to you, understand that I will as soon as I have some internet. So read through your email today. I've got some good information there, some good links and whatnot. I want you to be thinking about your visits to the refrigerator or your visits to the snack bar, because if you're still needing snacks after 3 days, basically 3 complete days, this will be your day 4. If you're still find you're needing snacks and it's because you're hungry and not just because you're bored or lonely, then we definitely need to up some food. So if you're finding that you're still snacking, let me know. I want to talk to you individually and make sure that we have enough food for you, but we're not overdoing it. You're not really going to be able to trust your body mechanisms until next week or maybe the week after. So definitely let me eyeball that for you, okay? I did want to talk. I was chatting with one of you about diet mentality, and what I wanted to talk about was we've been well versed in the media and in diet culture, and by versed I mean immersed. We were talking about how she said when she loses weight, she rewards herself. And what does she reward herself with but food? And I get that. I've done it. I understand that when I'm talking to you about these things, I've probably been there myself. So it's not a judgment thing. It's just me sharing what has worked for me or what I've seen work for other people. So I want you to think about healthy eating, be it Whole30, be it PHB, just healthy eating whole foods day in and day out like this. You're not a good girl because you ate healthy today, any more than you're a good girl for brushing your teeth. Why do you brush your teeth? So that you have teeth when you're 80, so you can chew your food? Why do you wash your hands after you go to the bathroom? Why do you wipe, for that matter? You just do these things because it's a way to take care of yourself and make sure that you don't get infection and disease, right? Why do you moisturize your face? Because you don't want to have wrinkles when you're 90, or at least fewer of them. Why do you do these basic everyday things that you don't even think about? You don't reward yourself for brushing your teeth every day. You just don't. I don't pat myself on the back and go, wow, I took my asthma medicine today. Awesome, good job. Let me go smoke a cigarette because I took my asthma medicine. So I'm being a little bit silly, but what I want you to get to is you don't reward yourself for movement and nutrition. That is just what you do on a daily basis. It's just what you do. That's just who you are. And maybe you're not quite that person yet, but that's what you're moving into with Whole30, Project Healthy Body, Food Freedom. That's who you are. You are riding your healthy bike. And, you know, you may not be riding it in a straight line. You might be doing some circles and whatnot, but you're taking care of yourself. And you don't need a reward for that. You just don't. You know, it's like watering your plants. You don't get a reward for watering your plants. So stop thinking of yourself like a dog who needs a treat for being a good girl or a good boy. Does that make sense? I'm trying to flip the mindset on for you because you have more to offer this world than losing weight. I knew this lady. She was a good client of mine, and I saw her every week for massage. Well, wait, it was every 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks when she saw me, she goes, "Oh, you look good. Did you lose weight?" And I was like, can't you just say, "Hi, you look nice today," or "Hey, how are you doing?" Why do you have to qualify it with, "Have you lost weight?" Well, she qualified it with that because, of course, I didn't lose weight every 2 weeks when she saw me. I'm sure I was up. I'm sure I was down. Actually, back in those days, I didn't move much at all. But she knew that she would get a good response from women, typically, if she said, "Hey, did you lose weight?" Because everybody would then be very open to her and be like, "Oh my God, yeah, no, I didn't, but thanks so much for it." You know, it would open conversation up. And I always thought that was so weird. Why would you lead with that? Why would it be any of your business? And, you know, I never said anything to her, and I would just always go, same old me, just doing my thing, because it was just weird. So I kind of liken the reward system to that. You know, did you lose weight? Who gives a shit? I don't care if you lost weight. What I care about is that your C-reactive protein is down, that your A1C is good. That's the stuff I care about. So, you know, I just care about you being a happy, healthy human and being a joy in this world. So, you're not a dog. Don't reward yourself. Okay? And I'm kind of ranting this morning. I'm sorry. But that whole diet mentality, that's why people use Whole30 as a yo-yo. They do Whole30 because they have rules, and then they don't have rules, and they fall off completely, and then they jump back on because they felt good, and then they don't do a proper reintroduction, and they faceplant. And so they're using Whole30 or any program as a yo-yo diet. And that's not what we do. We're healthy people. We're going to be healthy every day. And I'm going to talk about this ad nauseum, but start making your own rules. I have told you this before. If I eat something that is not good for me or not going to facilitate health, whether I'm on a Whole30 or not, my next 2 meals are Whole30 compliant. Because I know that if I eat sugar, then I'm going to want sugar on my next meal. And I'm going to want sugar on my next meal. So maybe you make up a rule that is, if you eat something that's quote-unquote worth it, that maybe you do a whole day of Whole30 in between so that you're on track, or whatever the case may be. You know, and I'm not talking about food freedom where maybe you can add beans back in, or, you know, maybe you do okay with dairy, and so you can have a little bit of dairy every day or every other day. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, you go to a birthday party and you have a slice of cake. For me, if I have that slice of cake, the next meal, I'm going to want more carbs and I'm going to want more sugar. So I know enough about myself. And here's the thing, you can't keep hiding from yourself. You have to figure yourself out. So if you know that voice that's always talking to you that you try to ignore, you need to start listening so you can flip that voice on its ass. Because if you eat the cake and then the next morning you're like, oh, I think I'll have some pancakes, you have to know that there are rules in place to flip that on its ass. All right, so I've been talking for a while now, but I want your thoughts on this. For the next 3 days, just until Monday. Until Monday, on your emails, you have a journal question. I would like all of you to answer your journal question for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I would love you to answer that and send it to me. I don't care if it's text or email or if you want to do it on here, whatever the case may be, but I would really like for you to send me your journal questions until Monday. And I just kind of want to see where you are on a few things. All right, if you have questions about this or thoughts about this or ways I can make this more approachable, please let me know because I want to help. All right, so day 4, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, protein, veggies, cooking fat, plated fat. That's all you got to do today. Get through the day, and I'll see you tomorrow.